I'm Mark Golub, and I'm here at the Marriott Hotel in downtown New York for an evening celebrating the Friends of Sderot. Sderot, of course, is the Jewish community very close to Gaza, which came under horrific rocket barrage from Hamas for years and years and years. There are some wonderful people here who love Sderot, who love Israel, and who are here to celebrate and give support to the community of Sderot, which still is struggling to get back together. We want to show you some of the event. We want to show you some of the people who are here. I hope you stay with us.
Yaakov was told by HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Shev Sham, settle the land and then build a Mizbeach. What does that mean? Some Mefarshim say it means get rid of the Avodah Zarah, but the Pshat Pashut is first you have to settle in a city and then you could bring Torah. And that's what we did. We mainstreamed ourselves into the schools. We're all under the same Kasama tax and From that point, we feel comfortable to build and to grow. We need you as partners, and you are our partners, and for that we're very thankful.
I am so excited, Mark, that there are so many supporters of Sderot here. You know, we were going to Sderot when they first started getting the rockets there, and before the Gush Katif expulsion, and of course the number of rockets increased enormously after that. You know, when you go to the Yeshiva in Sderot, what you see is this huge menorah, this beautiful, beautiful menorah, and you know what it's made out from. It's made from all the shells of the rockets that landed there. And when you go to the police station in Sderot, there's a display of hundreds and hundreds of rocket shells that were collected from the barrage of rockets that landed on them. And we were always so worried about the city because it seemed to be forgotten. It seemed to be a forgotten city.
Why was that, Helen?
It's like in a little corner just above the Gaza Strip. It's in Israel proper, but it was a poor city.
Yes.
It was a city made up of Russian immigrants, Ethiopian immigrants. Now the mayor, the new mayor of Sderot,
name?
Is a very dear friend of ours, Alon Davidi. We were supporting him. We knew him well before he ran for mayor the first time, and now the second time. We're so excited about his victory. And he's an immigrant also. You know, this is an immigrant city, and maybe because it wasn't, you know, Tel Aviv by the sea, people tended to ignore it. But I'm so thrilled now that it's becoming more prominent and more people are caring, and it deserves all the attention that Israelis can give it.
So I have 2 kids who live in Israel. Every time I go, I have to take a stop in Sderot. You know, I have a week or 10 days in Israel. There's a lot to do, a lot of family, but it's on my schedule. You have to see Dov Fendel. I addressed the yeshiva. Last time I was there was an attack right when I was on the roof looking at the menorah up there, and we saw the rocket through the sky. Just because you don't hear it on the news doesn't mean it's not happening. Those are heroes in that yeshiva, and they are making life for the people in the town bearable, comfortable, and Dov Fendel is one of my heroes.
Something very exciting and new is happening in Israel. I want to describe the Hesder world. It's not just Sderot. It's Kiryat Shmona, Nariya, Akko, Ma'alot, it's Peramon, it's Yerucham. No longer are these yeshivot in caravans and a school building. Rather huge, large, beautiful college campuses, big dorms, grass, located in the heart of cities, with ambitions of Vayiken, to acquire, make it our own. Vayichan, to beautify, and to build mizbachot. We did that in the city. We bought. People are moving in. In another 2 months, there are going to be about 27 families that bought apartments and are starting a new building complex. We beautify parks in the town. And we have 2 Batei Midrash that are filled and packed and embrace the entire city with Torah. Let me tell you a little bit about Alon Davidi, the mayor of Sderot. He is a Hesder product. Hesder product, that means he's a yeshiva bachur. At the same time, he's an officer in the Israeli army. He came to Sderot as part of a nucleus of families to add Torah, to change the quality of life. Everyone wants to know, how did a Hesder boy get elected? The answer besides for his charisma, hard work, good-looking guy, it also helped. But that's not what it was. It's that the whole community saw his kippah as a badge of responsibility. They saw his Hesder background as an asset, that he has Torah, godly values. And they saw that here, there's a big Yeshivat Hesder community behind him. This is a religious Zionist dream come true. This is a challenge and an opportunity. Can we reach out? Can we unite Charedim, Chilonim? Can we bring Torah value to the municipality? Issues like tzedakah from Goyim, welfare, education. Can we bring Jewish awareness to college campuses? Will we bend over backwards and hide our ideals? Or will something new and beautiful emerge? We know Alon Davidi, and we know it's going to be something beautiful and great. It's my pleasure to call on my great friend Alon to say a few words.
Sderot maybe is a small town, but Sderot is a big mission. It's a mission, is a town that almost 12,000 Qassam come to our town. Maybe we are not like Tel Aviv, a big city, but our children, my private children, 7, and my wife, and all the crowd and all the residents of Sderot, always under attack. Even though sometimes it's very quiet, and 1 here and 2 here, but the time can change like that. Some terrorist or someone else can send one rocket and change the reality of Sderot.
Alon, explain this to the American people. When you were under such impossible situations from the constant barrage of rockets, did the people of Sderot end up hating? Did you ever become bitter and in some way hate filled your heart?
No. Shema Yisrael, Hashem Elokeinu, Hashem Echad, and we belong. We are the son of Rabbi Akiva, and we talk about Ve'ahavta l'reacha kamocha. Even those that they always hate us and always want to kill us, we said we'll bring a life to the area. In this week, I start to think what I want to do in Sderot in the next 5 years. Actually, the Prime Minister, Bibi Netanyahu, called me and asked me, Alon, what do you want to do? What is your plan? I said 2 things. One is to start to build Sderot, to develop Sderot. I think that the simple answer to the terror that come from Gaza is to bring another 10,000 people to Sderot. And second, I think that like what I learned in the yeshiva with my great Rabbi Fendel, he's a friend, but he's my Rabbi, he's my Rosh Yeshiva. I learned that if you bring a new power to the town, like the student of the yeshiva, you can change the atmosphere of the town. Because that, I met few people today, and I met with the minister of the government and speak about to change our mission in the town. I want Sderot become like a campus town that 1,000 students from the college near Sderot, the college Sapir is a big college, will live in Sderot. I learned that when Rabbi Fendel brings someone from Ashkelon, from Tel Aviv, from Nahariya, and he said, come, learn Torah in Sderot, it's not just a Torah. Because after he closed the Gemara in the evening or in the morning, he go and learn with someone, a kid from Sderot, that maybe his mother cannot learn with them because she need to go and work in the factory. And I'm happy that I was in that moment, in that Shabbat, that the terrorists from Gaza sent more than 100 Qassam to Sderot. And they do it just in Shabbat. Why? Because they want to close the town. and you know really, is afraid it's a problem. Many of our residents of Sderot go to another city, and to see all the students of the Talmidim of the Yeshiva Hesder of Sderot come and open the shul and say, look, if you not come to open the shul and pray with us, we leave the town. I think this is because this is the thing that we together here. I want to say thank you very much about all your support. I know few of the people in the crowd, and I know that you support Sderot and support the Yeshiva. And you must know that if you support the Yeshiva Hesder, in the end you support Sderot. And if you support Sderot, you support Medinat Israel. Because when Sderot chazaka, Medinat Israel chazaka. When Sderot is strong, Medinat Israel, it's a strong country. Thank you very much. This is a beautiful city that say one simple things. We want to live and we want to develop Sderot. Baruch Hashem, with all your support, we survive. But now, it's not just survive, it's to revive. Yes. We need to support Sderot to develop. Imagine some Arabs, terrorists that go up and you want to send the Qassam. And on the hill, you see that Sderot, another building is up, and another family come to Sderot. And this is the good answer, and this is the simple answer to the terror. If you want to destroy us, you want to kill our children, we will not give you back the hate. We will take your hate and we will develop Sderot. I want that after 5 years from now, you will talk with me and talk about how you bring 10,000 people more to Sderot, how you build another 1,000 house. This is our mission, this is our goal, and with your support we continue.
What I really want to know is how each of you, in your own way, came to be so committed to the Jewish people, the State of Israel, and Jewish life. And the reason I ask is we're at a very difficult time right now.
Yes.
World Jewry, and especially American Jewry in Israel, faces existential threats. But here in America, the question is, what's going to happen now to American Jewish life, the next generation? And it'd be interesting for you to tell our viewers, how, in your own personal life, what was the journey? What influenced you to become involved in Jewish life and the State of Israel?
Well, I think that both of us, and I'll speak for my wife, but in our families, the importance of Judaism in Israel was always stressed. I mean, there's never been a moment in my life since I was a very, very small boy that I wasn't aware of Israel, that I wasn't aware of the Jewish religion, the history. So it's been a part of my life.
Should we give your parents a lot of credit here?
Yes, my parents always, the love of Israel, they put a seed in my heart, and it grew and grew and grew.
To what extent do you ever worry that there are not enough of you to replace them in a generation?
Well, you know, I think there's a lot of people out there that are gonna step into those leadership roles. Let it be AIPAC, different United Jewish organizations, Zionist organizations in Israel and America and abroad. But there's always people. There's always young people out there involved in college campuses where a lot of the older folks in the Jewish community might think that there's not enough pro-Israel advocates, but there are. They're growing and growing and growing, and they're all there.
These are wonderful people who are being honored tonight at the Sderot dinner at the Marriott Hotel in downtown New York City, and it's been an honor for us to share them with you for a moment. Thank you both.
Thank you so much.
Earlier today, I was at CNN in an interview, feisty interview, I may add, with Christian Amanpour. There's a rerun tonight when you get home. And if not, you can check it out on my Facebook in English. We recently opened one, so we'll post it tomorrow or something. So we're talking about Iran, and then we talk about the Palestinian thing. And she says, what do you think about that minister of yours, Uri Ariel, that built at this time or announced the building of 20,000 units in the occupied territories? Hold on. So I said, did you say occupied? So this is CNN Live. I said, and she said, well, you know, that's just to answer the question. I said, no. I said, so I pulled out this coin, live, and it was live. If it wasn't live, she'd cut it out. She couldn't edit it. And I said, listen, I'm holding a coin that was found outside the walls of Jerusalem from the year 66. And it says on it, in Hebrew, I'm a bit elaborating a bit more than I could there, Cherut Zion, freedom of Zion. There were Jews who used this coin 2,000 years ago beyond the Green Line in the state of Israel. So Israel is our home. One cannot occupy his own home. I want to share with you what's the single biggest threat to Israel's national security. Is it Lebanon? No. Is it the Palestinians? No. Syria? No. Is it Iran? No. No. It's not Iran. To answer the question, I want to share with you a poem that was written by Natan Alterman, one of Israel's, perhaps Israel's most famous poet. He wrote a poem about the secret to defeat Israel, chas v'chalila. How can you defeat Israel? And the situation in the poem is that the enemies of Israel consult with the Satan. How do we do it? And I'll share with you the poem. Az amar Satan, so says the Satan, hanatzur hazeh eich uchal lo, the besieged one, meaning the state of Israel, eich uchal lo, how can I beat him? Ito ha'ometz v'kishron ha'maaseh tushiya ve'etzah lo, for he has the courage and the initiative, and he's very clever. ואמר, לא אטול את כוחו, ולא רסן אשים ומתג. He said, I can't take away his power. He's got those airplanes. He's got good soldiers. I can't tie his hands. רק זאת אעשה. Only this I should do. אקהה מוחו, ושכח שעמו הצדק. I will weaken his mind so he forgets that he is right. I joined politics. I left the private sector because of this, precisely because of this. During the Second Lebanon War, Tzahal did not perform well enough. And it wasn't for lack of tactics or ammunition or weaponry. It was כי קהה מוחנו ושכחנו שעימנו הצדק, because our mind, our neshama, was weakened and we forgot that we're right. And if you don't know and don't believe you're right, you can't defend yourself. After the Girush from Gush Katif, many people think that the state of Israel is perhaps only a high-tech state in the vicinity of Tel Aviv. Land doesn't matter. Zchut avot. 1 out of 2 soldiers who joined the army in 2006 had not visited the Kotel HaMa'aravi. So it was no surprise that we didn't perform well. Modern Tzionut, Herzl, founded the state on the basis of being a shelter state for Am Yisrael. He saw what was going on in Europe. He could foresee the future. And he said, we need a shelter. And bizchuto, the state of Israel was founded. But now we're 65 years on. And if Israel is just about being a shelter state, a safe haven for the Jews, is that a good enough zchut kiyum? Is that a good enough raison d'etre? Is that what the land of Israel is about, the state of Israel? Is it just because of the Shoah, as some people had inferred in some speeches in some Arab countries? Because if it's just about finding a safe place, we can find other places. California, where my parents grew up, New York, Australia. You don't send your kids to the army. You don't have 100,000 missiles on the Lebanese border. Is that what Israel is about? No. Our meaning, our source, our destiny is the Torah. ארץ ישראל שייכת לעם ישראל בזכות תורת ישראל. The land of Israel belongs to the state of Israel because of the Torah. When Ben-Gurion testified to the Peel Committee, they asked him, why do you need a state? He didn't talk about Qassams and security borders. He said, the Bible is our mandate. This is Ben-Gurion, secular Ben-Gurion. So our mission, our biggest mission, is להחזיר את הנשמה היהודית למדינת ישראל. A 100 years ago, the Rav Kook, that Rabbi Fendel spoke about, he wrote a letter to the Mizrahi. He wrote a special letter called Igeret Tak'ah. And he told the Mizrahi, who are the forebearers of the current Beit Yehudi, he told them what your mission is. So he talked about the beauty of the state of Israel that was still in the making. And he said that we need to לצקת נשמה יהודית לגבייה המחוטבת הזאת. In other words, to pour a Jewish neshama into the body of the state of Israel. That was our mission 100 years ago. That remains our mission today. Rabbi Fendel is a hero. Rabbi Fendel left the convenience of living here, and every time I visit, man, it's not bad at all, and came to Israel, but not just to Israel. He came to Sderot. His yeshiva is not 1 kilometer away from the border, where there's roughly 8,000 missiles, 1.5 million people who hate Israel, who want us not to be. And that's where he decided to set his yeshiva, with a huge vision, and unlike other visionaries, he made it happen. He made it happen. The state of Israel has invested billions of shekels in building an iron dome, developing an iron dome. But I want to tell you, Israel's iron dome Israel's real Iron Dome, is Yeshivat Sderot. When we have hundreds of Talmidei Yeshiva learning Torah, serving in the army, coming back to the Yeshiva, to Sderot, there's no force in the world that can ever defeat us. Rabbi Fendel and Yeshivat Sderot are Israel's Iron Dome. I'm so happy that now we also have great leadership for the city of Sderot. Alon Davidi, who's exactly the combination of Torah v'avodah. Learning Torah, but having our feet deeply in real life, which is what Yahadut is all about. You know, in other religions, there's a disconnect between the religion and reality. In Greek mythology, all those gods are robbing, killing each other, whatever, and they're totally disconnected with real life. Yaakov Avinu in the Parsha so much symbolizes Ish tam yoshev ohalim, but what a life he led. A life of doing, of asiyah, of facing adversity. So much adversity, 20 years of adversity. Returning home. That's what the Tzionut Hadatit is about. Over the past few months, we've tripled the investment of what's called Garinim Toranim, Torah nucleuses, all around Israel. Because ultimately, we're not trying to lachzir b'tshuva everyone, but our goal is, and it clearly is, that every Yehudi, every Israeli get connected to Am Yisrael, to Torat Yisrael, to Eretz Yisrael. That's our future. And only from that foundation can then we talk about high-tech and building a powerful economy and doing good and projecting light upon nations. So I want to thank you all for coming, for supporting what I consider one of Israel's key projects, Yeshivat Sderot. I'm so proud of being associated with Rabbi Fendel and this wonderful yeshiva. I want to thank you. Toda Rabba.
We would be pleased to send a complimentary DVD of this program to anyone who wishes to support Shalom TV with a tax-deductible gift of $36, double chai or more, to the nonprofit organization Jewish Education in Media. Simply visit the Shalom TV website homepage and click on the Donate button to make a donation by PayPal or your credit card. And please indicate the program for which you would like a DVD. Or you can send your tax-deductible check made out to GEM, Post Office Box 180, Riverdale Station, Bronx, New York, 10471. And again, please remember to indicate which program you would like to receive on DVD with our compliments. And we thank you for your kind support.